Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to show you how to make a pattern for a raglan sleeve top. So for this pattern you're going to need a bodice block and a sleeve block, so all of which will be linked below. To start, you're going to need to trace around both the front and the back bodice block. Make sure that you mark in all your information, and then when you're tracing around the front block you're going to move that bust dart into the side seam. On the front pattern, you're going to need to reduce the shoulder by 1 centimetre and then draw in a new shoulder line. Make sure that you mark out the old shoulder so that you don't get mixed up between the two. So now you need to go to the back pattern and you're going to actually add 1 centimetre to the shoulder line. So when you're drawing in the shoulder line, make sure that you extend the neckline, the armholes and the darts. And then go ahead and mark out the old shoulder line so that you don't get them mixed up. So from the new back shoulder line, you're going to measure along the neckline by 3 centimetres and mark this point as 1. So now on the front pattern, you're going to measure from the new shoulder line along the neckline by 3 centimetres and mark this point as 2. So on the front armhole, we're going to move that first notch down by 3 centimetres and then mark out the old notch so you don't get confused. So now on the back notch, you're going to mark this as 3, and then the front notch that you just moved is going to be marked as 4. So now go ahead and join points 1 and 3 and then 2 and 4 together with a straight line. So now go in with a curved ruler and you're going to curve these lines upwards. And this is just going to create the shape for your raglan sleeve. So now you need to separate the bodice from the shoulder shape and then label each piece so that you know what they are, and mark in notches for the front pattern just so that you can easily join these pieces back up later. So once the back piece is cut off, what you're going to need to do now is actually close that dart because we're not going to need it. So I simply just cut the dart out and then sellotape the two pieces together. Now you're going to notice the shape is a bit funny, but once this is down onto the shoulder pattern, we're going to shape that all, so the shape doesn't matter for the moment. So now moving on to the sleeve. So go ahead and draw a straight line down your page. Okay, so now you're going to place down your shoulder pattern on top of this line and just make sure that it matches up with the middle line of the block. So now you're going to trace around the back side of the block only. This is the side that has the single notch on the sleeve head. So when you've traced around, what you're going to do is you're going to move the pattern forward by 1 centimetre. So now you're going to continue to trace around the front of the pattern, starting from the straight line that you first drew in. So basically this whole process is to add 1 centimetre to the width of the pattern. So once you've traced out, draw in the centre line beside the line that you first drew, and this is going to be the line that you're going to work from. So you can mark out that line that you drew in the beginning, just to stop any confusion. So from the top of this line, you're going to measure down 2 centimetres and mark this point as 5. Okay, so now taking the back piece that you cut from the bodice, we're going to add this to the sleeve head. So all you need to do is simply make sure that the notches are meeting up nicely. So before placing down the front piece, we're going to need to move that first notch forward by 3 centimetres. So now we can place down the front piece by lining it up with the newly moved notch. So you'll notice that the front piece doesn't actually line up with the top of the shoulder head, but this is fine. So now go ahead and trace around these pieces. You will notice that the pieces overlap with the sleeve head, but this is normal. So now going in with a curve driller, you're going to curve the lines. So on the inside line of the back piece, you're going to extend that line down so it joins the point that we marked as 5. And then you're going to do the same for the inside of the front piece. You're going to extend the line down so it joins that point marked 5. So now go ahead and mark in all your information. At this point you can start adding seam allowance and then cut out your pieces. But don't forget to cut out all of your notches, as these are going to be important when you're putting the pieces together. And that is the pattern finished. So I really hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button, as it really helps my channel. And don't forget to subscribe for weekly videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!